Hi everyone, welcome and thank you for joining me. My name is Marlene and I am with Room to Bloom. I just did a short and so I thought that I would just go ahead and continue on with that short. So I'm going to bring up the few cards that I pulled and then just kind of continue on here. So I used a deck called the Truth Totem and it does have a white buffalo on it. And if you are unfamiliar with the story of the white buffalo or the white buffalo woman, you can go and look that up yourself and see if you are having any synchronicities with that and or how it resonates with your spirit. I just also had realized that the color I'm wearing in this is fairly close, right? Fairly close. Okay, I wasn't intending to pick the top card up and actually look at it, but I did. So we're going to end up using it in the reading. It's the purple turkey. I'm just going to set it down for now and get back to where I was. So originally the first card that I pulled before was the white light, and it speaks on peace and healing. And it says, you've attracted this card. Feel the honor and the opportunity that it brings. With it comes a divine request. Take a few moments to hold a vision of all people, all continents, regardless of beliefs, coming together as one. See them as one, praying and meditating, holding a common vision, energetically shifting and healing Mother Earth with universal peace. And so it is. So there's like a few of these cards in the deck. I think like 3 or 4, and so these cards can be used as affirmation cards. But this is always that reminder. Yes, now go ahead. You've drawn the white light, and go ahead and take another card. So I was intending on that anyway. But the next card that came up is the blue mourning dove. Now the blue represents our throat chakra. The birds represent the element of air and our messengers, right? So walk in faith and be true to yourself, especially when it comes to your communication. Go within and release emotional disharmony. Reality is shifting in unimaginable ways. I can't help but get my eye off of that blue feather over there too. To soar, you must know when to move your wings and when to surrender, allowing the wind to support you. Be still and appreciate the simple things. Your soul is tranquil and confident, and you are a magnet for peace and love. Again, beautiful message, right? So, knowing when to move and knowing when to surrender. So allowing and trusting and listening to your body, your needs, your desires. You might have a list of things you would like to pick up. Say whatever. Say it's for stuff for dinner, but you're not really feeling it. It's not resonant with your spirit right then. So you might just surrender and let it be, and just work something else out, right? um, Okay, blue mourning dove. And it's interesting, you see how it's spelled morning, like early morning dove. Okay. Now the next one was the rainbow lion. And so I recently lost someone in my life. And I have a rainbow, rainbows are coming up a lot, okay? And if you can hear that wind picking up all of a sudden. So yeah, I have more going on in my home all of a sudden when I just spoke on that. Okay, so it says, it is time to attract the spotlight with your pure magnetism. So it's interesting because that other card ended with, you are a magnet for peace and love, right? So banish fear and express yourself, which I said, yeah, whoa, which is because it's been very calm, which again is speaking about the blue. I'm going to just see if we can't get through here. Anyway, banish fear and express yourself while remaining humble. Embrace honor, respect, and gratitude. Rise above and control impatient urges. Know when to keep ties strong and know when to break them. Do what is noble and right with conviction. Embrace your royal position. Now, how interesting, because I just realized that with this next card being the purple turkey, right? Purple is royalty is often represented with purple, or purple was often worn by royalty because of the rarity, the work involved in getting the color purple, right? So it says, honor all sources of nourishment, physical, emotional, and spiritual. Be grateful and in harmony with the land beneath you. Create a balance between giving and receiving. Your soul is in transformation and your spiritual awareness is expanding. Show your full plumage and reveal your true self. Your past sacrifice and generosity opens doors of growth for you. You are an abundant generator. Okay, and all of a sudden I just was full of goosebumps. Now, so what let's see. What I'm going to do, I think I have to adjust those. Hold on one second. All right, thank you. So what I am going to do is, I happen to be somewhere and they had this little deck of cards, again, a rainbow that came in. And so we can do readings with the cards, but one of the things, color is so healing, right? And colors are tied to the chakras and what's going on, and where someone could have blockages, underactive chakra or an overactive chakra. And then each of the cards themselves would be associated with what one might consider a character, if you will. So anyway, it's just a little deck. It's a rainbow deck. I was just drawn to it. And I also like the size of the cards, kind of nice. So I'm just going to ask for 3 cards on each one, except for the white light. We're going to set that one aside. 3 cards regarding the blue mourning dove. Tell us what this is about, please. Where it says, go in and release emotional disharmony. I'm going to do them right in a row. Okay, the first one is a King of Diamonds. Now, this is a King of Pentacles, and it is blue. Okay, so release emotional disharmony when it comes to communication with a King of Pentacles. Okay, what else do we have? 7 of Hearts. This is the 7 of Cups, which says there are many choices before you, in which, what color do we have? Blue, to possibly speak on. There could also be many choices, because even though this is communication involves listening, right? So you may have, yeah, I'm getting goosebumps, a number of things coming in, right? And so the 7 of Cups can be, the cups are about our emotion, but it can be about a lot of choices in front of us. To 1, what are we speaking on? And 2, what are we listening to? Okay, what else do we have? Okay, we have the 4 of Diamonds. Now this is the 4 of Pentacles. So the color on this is, I'm going to just compare it to another one and see if it would be red. Okay, so it is red, which would represent the root chakra, okay, our basic needs. The 4 of Pentacles is often depicted with someone who's trying to hold on to their pentacles, things of the earthly realm. Someone may be trying to hold on to you, or what are you trying to hold on to? Go within and release emotional disharmony, right? Reality is shifting in unimaginable ways. Okay, so to know when to soar again, move your wings, and to soar you must know when to move your wings and when to surrender. Now the thing that I also find interesting is that the suit is also red, right? So just being aware of that, what is going on. Have you been trying to hang on to your pentacles or that of the earthly material, or is someone trying to hang on to you? And why might they be trying to hold on to you? Is it because of your ability to communicate, right? Your ability to know when to surrender, when to release, because your soul is tranquil and confident. Okay, let's see what else comes up here for the rainbow lion. I'm going to go ahead and take 3. Okay, the first one is the 9 of spades. This is the 9 of swords. What this card is, it's considered a dark night of the soul, where someone went through a very challenging time, and it had to do with their heart chakra. So could have been a romantic relationship. Now, one thing I do want to say about the rainbow lion, for instance, the lion is represented in the tarot deck as a Leo. Okay, we are in July. August is coming up. Okay, so just mentioning that. What else do we have here? Okay, we have the 6 of cups. So this would represent someone from your past, or someone who's been thinking about you, or you may be remembering someone or something from the past that is coming back, right? Okay, and it's red. You know, again, red can speak of passion in our heart. Okay, what else do we have? We have the Jack of Diamonds. This is a Knight of Pentacles. So someone may want to, you know, when you think about a knight, like when people talk about the knight, the knight in shining armor, right? Swooping in and bringing an offer of some sort. The pentacles, the diamonds represent anything that's like of the earthly realm. So it could be an offer of, you know, whatever, home, vehicles, gifts, stability, whatever that is in our earthly experience, right? But whatever it is a heart-based offer, because it is green with the chakra here, right? Green chakra, the heart chakra, pardon me. Okay, so tell us more about this purple turkey, about honoring all sources of nourishment, physical, emotional, and spiritual, and be grateful and in harmony with the land beneath you. Create a balance between giving and receiving, right? So when we had this 4 of Pentacles, this is about holding on to something, right? If that was the 6 of Pentacles, it would be like, say, get balanced out. So let's see what comes up under this. We're going to take 3 again. Okay, we have the 10 of Pentacles. This is saying, this is like generational wealth, right? So interesting, because it says create a balance between giving and receiving. So yeah, generational wealth. Now, what is also interesting, I'm just going to compare the other green color. So I think this is going to be considered the yellow in this deck. I just want to confirm that there's not a different yellow. Ooh, it's close. It is close. So here's the regular yellow. So it's like a shade of like this green and yellow. So a balance between your heart chakra and standing in your power. So just kind of remembering that when it comes to this. Okay, what else do we have here? We have a king of clubs is someone who is an action taker. The clubs represent the wands. They take action in their life. So you could have someone who is moving towards it, or who wants to communicate with you because of the blue chakra, who is a creative individual, right? They are a creative. They could be a poet, an author, musician, this type of thing. Okay, what else do we have here? We have the 5 of Spades. Now this speaks about some type of jealousy of some sort. Yeah, some sort of jealousy, and it could have to do with your intuition, because this color is representative of our crown chakra, right? And so just being aware of that. Okay. I'm going to stop with those. I'm going to actually ask for one angel card on each of these. It's called the Archangel Oracle Cards by Doreen Virtue. Let's see what comes up here. I just got a honking horn for confirmation to use this deck. Okay, what would you like to bring forth? So again, just going to pull one for each of these three piles. Okay, the first one, under the blue morning dove, be still and appreciate the simple things. We have the word patience. So here this angel waters flowers, right? She's watering them. Archangel Jophiel, your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize. Still, they need nurturing and patience, right? So again, trusting yourself and trusting the journey. Do you just constantly go out and run all the time? Or do you know when to pull back and to rest and to be still and to review or assimilate the information that you have gathered, if you will, right? Okay, dreams are moving forth. Again, patience, green card. Stay in your heart space, right? Staying in your heart space will be helpful for you. Ha! You know what is so funny? So we had the blue bird again, where it's saying, so to soar, you must know when to move your wings and when to surrender. The next card, it says spread your wings, right? Archangel Ariel, do not hold back right now. The timing is perfect and you are ready to soar. So we have two messages about that. So there are those times, right, where we pull back, where we pull within like a lotus flower going underneath, or wintering, if you will. And then there are times where we're going to fly, if you will. So that's that message. Falling under the rainbow lion, rise above and control impatient urges. So it still goes back hand in hand with that blue morning dove card. Okay, what else do you have here? Under the purple turkey, which is so interesting, it says honor all sources of nourishment, physical, emotional, and spiritual. The word here is nurture, right? So nourishment and nurture. Archangel Gabriel, as you nurture a child, you nurture your own inner child. Both activities are important for you right now, right? So very, very lovely message. I'm being guided to split this. Okay, we have claircognizance, and this is like knowing things without knowing how you know, or just knowing things and eventually you do know that you're simply just tapping in. And what did I say about the rainbows? We have another rainbow here. This happens to be the image that's on the front of the deck as well. Okay, so claircognizance, Archangel Uriel, pay attention to your thoughts and ideas that come to you as they are answered prayers, right? So keeping a journal near you, one in the car, one on your counter, one by your bed, right? And so that you can write these things that are flowing to you instead of like, oh, I'll write that down later. Whether you record it on your phone, but if you write it down on paper, the other thing is you can write a note about what you were doing or what you were thinking about in the moment that this idea was dropped in. Because if you get too busy, you might look back at the idea and say, where was I? Like, how did this come in? And what was the bigger thought process in that? So a few notes about it will be helpful for you if you are not able to sit with it a little bit longer. Okay. Okay, the next one we're going to do is the Celestial Flora affirmations, and let's see what comes up here. Oh. Okay, what message do you have for the collective today? Okay, under patience in the blue morning dove, where it talked about surrender, it says, I will embrace rest, right? I'm going to have patience while I embrace this rest. Yeah, sometimes we get put on a little bit of a divine timeout, if you will. And when we work with it and we learn to understand it, like we go when we're really feeling the energetic, and we pull back when we're just not, whatever's going on with that. Okay, what's the next message here? Okay, I am not afraid of failure, which is interesting because that falls under the spread your wings, right? So if someone has been holding back, right? This is saying, I am not afraid of failure. Why are you not? Because it is your time to attract the spotlight with your pure magnetism. So it's like saying, I'm not afraid of failure. We know that everything in life comes to help us with our soul's evolution, right? And everything we go through, we learn about ourselves, right? We learn in our experience. Okay, what else do we have here? Okay, I have inner peace, pardon me. And that falls under the purple turkey of honoring all sources of nourishment. And then the nurture, I have inner peace. It's interesting, from a distance that could look like an interesting, like part of a face, you know what I mean? Like almost as if those were earrings, or somebody had their hair done differently. Anyway, okay, so I have inner peace, and this is a statement you can say out loud, right, to yourself. I have inner peace. I hold inner peace. I am peaceful, right? And so anytime if you feel yourself spinning out, you can pull right back to that. I have inner peace. It's right here. I just have to choose it. Okay, and I'm going to split this one too. I know good things are coming, right? So we know this. Why? Because we have been nurturing things. Your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize, but yet they still need nurturing and patience. I know good things are coming. Why? Because you've been nurturing it. You planted it. You've been nurturing it by watering it, making sure it has enough sunshine, right? Helping it to grow by continuing to pursue your dreams without chasing, still taking a step in the direction of your dreams, right? All right, and so that is the message there. And then I'm going to, I'm being drawn to use this unicorn deck because a little bit earlier I I just pulled a couple charms, which I do not do every day, but I just happened to do it. And one of the ones that came out was unicorn. And so I pulled this deck out, just feeling guided to use this today. With that, what would you like to show us here for the collective? Okay, the first message is beloved, and boy, is this a beautiful card. It says, prepare for your life partner. Romance is returning to your relationship. Believe that you are lovable, right? Really lovely card. It almost feels like two, but it's just one. But the colors are so lovely, right? These blues, very calm and peaceful, which is also interesting because, again, we had the blue morning dove, so blue yet again. So you might be having communication with a beloved, right? Okay, what else do we have here? Cycles. Okay, and this falls under the rainbow lion. Everything has its right time. So we get right back to that patience card. Honor the cycles of your body, that knowing when to rest and knowing when to soar, right? Tune into the moon's magic, which is interesting, just simply because, you know, the moon has the ability to pull up emotions. It also has the ability to, like cause energetic boosts, if you will. And so it's almost like catching a wave. You catch a cosmic wave. It's like surfing, and I always have the vision of like when people go to Hawaii and they're waiting for the big wave to come in, right? And they standing with their surfboard going, okay, here, you know, these waves are getting bigger, right? And so we're going to ride that wave when it's here, making the most productive, you know, producing, I guess, the most or the greatest ride, if you will, with that. Okay, what else do we have? You know, I have to say, so we had 3 butterflies on the first card, and the second card also has 3 butterflies. Okay, what do we have here? Passion. Do what excites you and get fired up about your life. Increase your energy levels. So asking yourself, well, you know, it's interesting because of a nourishment and nurture. So you might increase your energy levels, 1, with the foods that you're taking in, of course, 2, the physical, you know, moving, and, you know, if you're moving or exercising, you'll have more breath going in, and so that will increase your energy levels. And then like this one about if you nurture a child, you nurture your own inner child, right? So whatever that looks like, right? Get fired up about your life, increase your energy levels. Okay, and we're gonna split this one as well. You guys, another couple rainbows, right? All right, abundance. Enjoy the bounty of life. Your supply is unlimited. Blessings are coming to you. So really lovely message. We're going to just kind of wrap this up one for now. I'm going to keep it a little bit shorter. Some of these I know I end up getting a little bit longer. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. I wasn't really planning on shuffling, but I just did. So what do we have? Sanctuary, right? Getting right back into that, knowing when to stay in, knowing when to go out. Take a time out from the world. Spend more time alone. Meditate or go on a retreat, right? Meditate or go on a retreat. Something quiet. Anyway, so that's the message for today. I want to say thanks for joining me. I hope you have a great day. Take care.